How did you get into fly fishing?
Well, it was just more entrepreneurial based. I was 26 years old and I just wanted to start my own company, and I love to fly fish. So just started a company booking trips all across the the globe to all your top tier destinations, saltwater places such as Belize and Bahamas, and then freshwater places like Alaska and Iceland. So we just started sending clients all over the globe, and then I started traveling to all these places to learn them pretty well, and that kind of kick-started for us to be a little more vertical in our business, because we invested down in Guatemala and then built a resort down there.
I was going to say, you have the resort there, right?
Yes, exactly. So, and we started real small down there, started booking a nondescript hotel on the beach, and convinced the client to buy us a boat. And then we bought that boat from the client, bought another boat, then bought a third boat, bought a house, outgrew the house, then we built our resort now, which is Sailfish Bay.
Awesome. And when it comes to Sailfish Bay, is there any time of year that seems to be better fishing than others?
October through the end of May is our prime time. That's usually the prime time for sailfish. So it can be good in the summer, but that's where you're going to catch the most fish. When you're down at, say, Sailfish Bay, you're in a boat. Okay, the boat will stop. You'll cast to the sailfish. Your casts don't need to be nearly as long as like bone fishing in the Bahamas, where you're dealing with wind. You need to be able to see the fish and cast long distance. Or if you're in a river, you can imagine the river's moving by you, so line control is essential. So you're casting the rod and you got to move the line with it, or else it'll bundle up around your feet or around your legs. So line control in a stream is the difference between maybe flats fishing or because the water's moving, or blue water fishing.
And as far as the complications between the casting and stuff, you said there's a learning curve involved, but that shouldn't put anybody off from trying it,
no,
right?
It shouldn't. It's just like anything else. The more you do it, the better you get. And as I was explaining to you, it's just kind of like riding a bike. Fly casting's not the easiest thing to teach, but once you see it and recognize it, then all of a sudden you'll feel it, and then you can go and improve from there.
Okay. All right, well, let's get set up and we'll try a few, I guess.
Sounds good.
And with that, it was time for my lesson. Scott explained how when you cast a fly rod, it's kind of like you're looking at a clock and casting from 2 to 10. From 2 to 10. Then he showed me in real time with a little pre-casting to get the feel of going back and forth before you cast. All right, so after showing me a couple of times, I took my rod and gave it a shot. Trying to keep that momentum was the toughest part. Just picturing the clock really helped, going from 10 to 2, from 10 to 2, before you release and cast your line. And when you hook a fish, your instinct might be to yank up quickly, but that's not what you do when you're fly fishing.
Or a hermit or a tarpon, you do that, you automatically lose them. You automatically lose them. They're chasing your fly, your line's set.
And then you just reel them in. Looks like I'm ready for that trip now, thanks to Scott Ruprecht from Sportfishing Worldwide in Sailfish Bay.